Iruma's Adventures in the Netherworld by MU1622. Chapter 16. The Rookie Hunt. Rimuru point of view. What the hell is this? I think to myself while standing in the middle of the hallway. I'm currently surrounded by a barrier bubble to protect me and 3 others from the onslaught of demons hurling themselves at us. They are continuously slamming against my barrier like a bunch of rabid animals. Unbeknownst to me, today is what's called the Rookie Hunt, an hour-long recruitment period for what they call battlers, which are just the demon equivalent of school clubs. The upperclassmen seek out first-year students in an extremely chaotic and aggressive way during this. What an impressive barrier! Are you sure you don't want me to take over protecting us? It can't be easy to maintain such an impressive feat of magic, Az exclaims. Nah, I'm good. Keeping something like this up is easy for me. Remember how I kept up one around us during our duel? You got slammed against it, so you should. Oh, yes. You're talking about the duel we had after the entrance ceremony, Rimuru? He says, as I nod to him. Az almost called me Master again, but he corrected himself. Recently, I told him to stop calling me that, and it seems he's listened. I get called stuff like that enough back in Tempest, and would rather have him address me casually. He still calls Iruma Master, though, since Iruma's too shy to ask him to stop at this point. I look over at Clara, who's been uncharacteristically quiet the last couple of minutes, and find her licking my barrier for some reason. Ew. Hey, Clara, can you not do that? It's gross. But your magic is so tasty, Riri, she says before taking another lick. How dare she? Xiao, I know how much you hate this girl, but this isn't that big of a deal. It's gross, but harmless. Az then attempts to pry the girl away, also finding her antics gross and annoying. Stop sullying Rimuru's beautiful barrier with your saliva, you cretin, he yells as he holds a flailing Clara in his arms. Eventually she gives up, and he releases her. Rimuru, why are these students acting so crazy? Iruma asks sheepishly, scared by the demons aggressively assaulting my invisible wall of protection. Beats me. It's awfully annoying, though. Sure. I'm not sure annoying is the word I would use to describe this situation, though, a terrified Iruma adds. He's the most bothered by our current predicament out of the 4 of us. Would you like me to burn these hooligans to a crisp, Master Iruma? Az asks, holding a ball of fire in his hands and wearing an excited expression. No thanks, Az. That's not necessary. I think I have an idea for how to deal with them, I say, grinning mischievously. With a wave of my hand, I alter the properties of the barrier. Master, this is very immature of you. Probably, but I don't mind. It's just a bit of harmless fun. What did you just do? Iruma asks. Watch, I say, as I point at a student charging at the barrier. The student is sprinting full speed at us before hitting the barrier. Instead of immediately stopping the boy's momentum like a wall, the barrier bows inward. It's flexible and bouncy now, with an added boing sound effect. The student is launched backwards as the elastic barrier springs back to its original half-sphere shape. As he's flung down the hallway, he knocks down multiple other crazed students, leaving them in a pile on the floor. Wow, that's even funnier than I imagined! I laugh hysterically as more students get catapulted across the hallway as they attempt to reach the 4 of us. Geez, Rimuru, you'll do anything for a laugh, won't you? Iruma says, now laughing with me. I'm happy my joke has cheered him up since he was freaking out a minute ago. All 4 of us have a good laugh before the joke goes stale. The crazed students continue their pandemonium, making many of the first-year students their victims, tying them up and dragging them away, intimidating them into joining, even using what looks like hypnosis to convince them to follow them. I'm honestly concerned that some of the first years might be killed. Watching these kids get launched by my barrier was funny, but witnessing the weak get victimized like this has ruined my mood. I decide that it's time to intervene. I don't want to watch some kid get ripped apart by those ravenous beasts. You know what? I've had enough of this nonsense. These guys need to chill out, I say as I step outside the barrier, leaving it around the 3, even without me inside. Iruma point of view. Rimuru's gotten pissed to the point of intervening, which is never a good thing. I watch her leave the barrier and approach the horde of demons in the hallway around us. Hey! She yells. Suddenly everyone around us freezes and looks at her with fear in their eyes. I'm not sure what she just did, but it stopped everyone in their tracks. Now that I've got your attention, you fools need to calm down. Stop assaulting people and use your words to recruit new members instead. This isn't the way students should act, she announces. And you, put him down. He clearly doesn't want to join your battler, Rimuru yells, pointing at a large, burly student holding a much smaller one in his gigantic hand. Just a moment ago, the smaller demon had been squirming and calling out for help. At her command, the enormous, beast-like demon drops the smaller student. Thank you! You saved me! The small one says before scurrying away. I hear a slow clap and the sound of boots clopping on the hard floor off in the distance, approaching our location. Look! It's the student council! One demon shouts, pointing in the direction of the sound. I look over and recognize a familiar demoness. It's Amari. She's accompanied by a few members of the student council wearing their signature black and red uniforms. She's the student council president? Since when? My jaw drops at the sight of her. She gives off a completely different feel from when we spend time together reading manga. Any softness she shows me when we're together is nowhere to be seen. Right now she's cold, stern, and scary. As much as I hate to admit it, that was impressive, she says to Rimuru. Not really. I just called them out on their misbehavior. They were nearly killing some of the first years, and I wasn't going to stand by and just watch something like that, Rimuru says casually. That is easier said than done. I watched the whole thing. Scaring a large group of demons into submission with a single word is not an easy feat. I guess. It's not that big of a deal. President, we should recruit her. She shows promise, one of the student council members says after tapping Amari on the shoulder. Mysteriously, Amari scowls in response and shakes her head no. Does she have something against Rimuru? What happened between them? I wonder to myself. I know that Rimuru spied on my first meeting with her, somehow, but Amari shouldn't be aware of that, so I don't get why she's acting this way. Now, for the main reason I came over here. Amari turns to me and walks in my direction. She bumps into Rimuru's barrier, looking surprised as she's knocked back. I see Rimuru stifle a laugh after watching this. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just dispel that thing for you, Rimuru says, chuckling slightly. Amari scowls at her again in response to Rimuru's amusement. Amari then turns her attention to me. I would like you to consider joining the student council. We will have a room set up for recruitment. I would appreciate it if you would give it a visit. Here's a flyer, she says, handing me a sheet of paper. Still in shock from the realization that Amari is the president of the student council, I just nod my head since I'm at a loss for words. Amari then abruptly turns around and leaves without me even being able to get a word out. I can't believe she's the president. Wait, you didn't know? Seriously? Rimuru asks, surprised by my ignorance. I just shake my head no, and Rimuru smiles. Amari point of view. I did it! I invited him! Hoping Iruma didn't notice my flushed cheeks, I escape from the oddly stressful situation. Walking back to my office, I'm flustered and my head is spinning with thoughts of excitement and frustration. I'm happy that I accomplished what I was there for, but I'm also annoyed by what Rimuru did. I can't believe she went and did something that's supposed to be the student council's responsibility. Who does she think she is? I thought we agreed not to interfere with each other's business. I was already nearby, about to intervene when she decided to step into the spotlight and steal my responsibility. What's worse is that she was so impressive that she wowed one of my subordinates, making them suggest that she join us. I couldn't believe my ears when he proposed that. I take a few breaths, realizing how worked up I'm getting. Calm down, Amari. I doubt she did that on purpose. Once I calm down, I realize that it's unlikely Rimuru meant to step on my toes like that when she stopped those overly rowdy demons. I let my competitiveness get the better of me at that moment. It probably didn't help that I was so nervous about asking Iruma to join the student council. What is it about that boy that gets me so worked up? Every time I think about him, I get excited in a strange way. Does it have to do with him being human? I ponder the reason why he affects me differently than any other person I've ever met, but cannot conclude why. The next day. Iruma point of view. With the insanity of yesterday's rookie hunt behind me, I look forward to the trial period for battlers. Us first years get to go around and check out all the battlers without the pressure of being prey like yesterday. The four of us wander around, checking out some of the battlers that we are interested in. Rimuru looks like she isn't interested in any of them, frequently staring off into space or, strangely, at my right hand. More specifically, my gluttonous feeder ring. Hey, Rimuru, is something wrong with my ring? You keep glancing at it. Huh? No, nothing's wrong. You don't have anything to worry about, she replies quickly, attempting to hide the franticness in her voice. Something's definitely up. I feel concerned, but I try my best to push that worry to the side so I can check out all of the battlers I need to pick from. Az and Clara end up wandering off to look at battlers individually, since their interests differ quite a bit, leaving me and Rimuru to continue looking together. After a bit more browsing, I notice a room with the words Magical Apparatus Battler posted on the wall next to the door. Only one name is listed among the members. Hey, we should check this one out, I call to Rimuru. Are you sure? She asks cautiously. Yeah, why not? I ask, puzzled by her hesitation. Because... oh, never mind. Sure, let's take a look. She reluctantly agrees. I open the door to find a room that's an absolute disaster. Various devices of unknown purpose are scattered across the floor, many of them being broken. In the middle of the mess kneels one boy who's picking up the pieces spread out around him. What happened here? I ask. Oh, are you here to check out my battler? I'm so sorry for the mess. Just a few minutes ago, a group of students came in and trashed the place. Do you want some help cleaning up? I ask, feeling pity for the poor guy. I would appreciate it if you did, but don't feel like you have to. Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I'm Kiriwo Amy, a third year and the only member of the Magical Apparatus Battler. Oh, it's no problem. My name's Iruma, and this is... I gesture to my sister. Rimuru, she says, in a slightly rude tone, with her arms crossed in protest. She doesn't seem happy to be talking to Kiriwo for some reason. Come on, Rimuru, let's help him out. Sure, Rimuru says in a reluctant tone. Something's definitely bothering her since she doesn't normally act so aloof. The three of us spend a few minutes picking up the mess. Why did those students do this to you? I'm weak and don't have much natural magic. This fact makes me an easy target for bullying. It's okay, though. I'm used to it. Even my own family has rejected me because of my lack of ability. He responds cheerfully, despite the dark subject matter. So he doesn't have magic? Just like me? Would you like me to explain what this battler is all about? I'm sure that's why you're here, he says. Sure, I respond hesitantly, thrown a bit by his sudden change of the subject. This is the Magical Apparatus Battler. We study and make magical devices like the ones you were picking up a moment ago. Magical devices? Huh. You mean like this ring? Rimuru gives me a dirty look as I hold out my right hand to show him my modified gluttonous feeder ring. Yes, that's a gluttonous feeder ring, ain't it? There's something different about it, though, the boy says as he leans in to get a better look. Okay, that's enough chit-chat. Iruma, we should get going. There's still more battlers to visit, Rimuru says, sounding irritated. She sharply yanks me away from the boy before he can get a good look at my ring. Wait, Rimuru, no! I want to keep talking to him, I yell as I'm forcefully dragged out of the room. See you later, Kiriwo says with a wave, still smiling. He doesn't seem bothered by the sudden end of our conversation. Thinking about the boy I just met, I can't help but feel bad for him. He's all alone in his battler. No friends, no love from his family, getting bullied. I used to be similar. Back when I was in the human world, I was an outcast. I didn't get to spend enough time at school to make friends. My parents didn't love me since they took advantage of me before throwing me out like trash. I decide to make this kindred spirit's day and join his battler. Hey, Rimuru, I think I want to join his battler. He's all lonely and sad. No, I don't think that's a good idea, Rimuru responds in a harsh, stern tone. She almost sounds like a parent talking to their child. Why, though? Let's just say he gives off a bad vibe. I don't trust him. But Rimuru... If you really want to join his group, then I'll let you. I'll be joining with you, though. There's no way I'm leaving you alone with him, she says after stopping and letting go of my arm. The two of us walk back to the room and inform Kiriwo that we're joining his battler. He's absolutely ecstatic at the notion of having new members. Later, when I tell Az and Clara about my decision, the two decide to join as well. In one day, the magical apparatus battler went from having 1 member to 5, much to Kiriwo's excitement. Rimuru point of view. I can't believe, out of all the people in this school, Rimuru decided to befriend the one demon I didn't want him to. The boy he picked is the same one that I've been keeping an eye on since the start of school. This is so dangerous for him. I am sure we can manage, Master. You will be right at his side at all times when he is interacting with him. This Kiriwo doesn't pose any threat to you or Iruma. Yeah, but that boy really gives me the creeps. Plus, Iruma will be crushed when he finds out his new buddy is forming an evil plot behind the scenes. I don't know if I want him to go through betrayal like that. It will be a learning experience for him. I predict that everything will turn out fine as long as we keep a close eye on the situation. Kiriwo point of view. I watch as my 4 new members leave for the day. I'm thrilled that I now have some new minions to help me accomplish my long-term goal, but I'm wary of one of them. That one girl, Rimuru, was it? She undeniably dislikes me for some unknown reason. Also, the feeling she gives me seems familiar somehow, but I can't seem to put my finger on it. I think I ran into her once in the hallway, but that can't be the reason for this feeling. The pondering of my sense of déjà vu is interrupted by my phone ringing. Hello, big bro? I ask. How are the preparations coming along? He asks harshly. Things are going smoothly. I have 4 new members to help me with them, so things should go smoothly. Good. You better be prepared when the time comes. A lot is riding on your shoulders, Kiriwo. Don't you go and disappoint me. Of course, big bro. I promise I'll be ready for our grand finale. I've been saving up magic for it for years, so there's no way I would let all that preparing go to waste. Keep me updated on your progress. I need to go now. Bye. Just as I hang up the phone, I get a feeling that I'm being watched, something I've been feeling frequently for a while now. I swiftly look behind me and find an empty room. Nobody's watching or listening as far as I can tell. I'm letting my nerves get to me again. And that concludes Chapter 16 of Rimuru and Iruma's Adventures in the Netherworld. Oh, hey everyone, I'm so sorry that this one's coming out late. I put it off on Thursday, and then on Friday I completely forgot to record it. I was not in the mood to do anything. I was busy avoiding anything productive that day. Not looking forward to going back to school and feeling overwhelmed with the upcoming semester. Christmas break was not long enough. I was just barely starting to relax again, and then I'm getting all mopey with the beginning of the semester coming around. But I get like this at the start of every new semester. I just gotta keep telling myself I'm inching that much closer to being done with school and not having to worry about it anymore. Anyways, time for me to go edit this and get it out to y'all so that it at least still comes out today, even if it didn't come out at 8. So sorry about the delay. I woke up this morning at like 7:10 to get ready for work and realized that I forgot to record and edit and upload this last night, and I was kicking myself. I felt so bad. I was like, no, I can't believe I forgot, but I don't have time to do it now because I have like 10 minutes to get ready for work before I head out the door. Anyways, I have rambled long enough. This should upload in, hopefully it'll be out in an hour at most. Shouldn't take me that long to edit and upload it all, but we'll see. Anyways, hope you all had a wonderful day, and I should have the next chapter uploaded at its usual time. Sorry that this is a short one. The chapter itself was short, so not much I can do there. I'm not sure how long the next one is. How long is the next chapter? Let's see. The next one's longer than this one, but it's another like medium length chapter. It's not another hour length one, but that's not that bad. So with another semi-short chapter, I should definitely be able to get it up uploaded on time as long as I don't forget. Yep. I'm okay. I am here. It will be uploaded. Alright, I'm done rambling. Bye, y'all! Editorial update. I just finished editing the video and I'm getting ready to upload it. As you can tell by my original ramblings, I did this I might have been a little bit late on the date it was originally supposed to be uploaded. I don't remember the exact day, honestly. It's been a while. My promises that you just heard me make were clearly not kept because it did not get uploaded. It didn't get edited either. I put it into my editing app and then walked away and forgot I had even recorded the next episode. I forgot I had recorded the next chapter. I went to finally get back around to it and get started, and I double-checked to see where I was at, and I went, hey, isn't this the next chapter? Just sitting here waiting to be edited? Oops. Anyways, yeah, so sorry about that. I had actually kind of forgotten why I had put it off and hadn't gotten around to it until I listened to my outro and remembered I had gotten mopey around the time, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's what started it. That was the original reason I put off not doing it. And then life got crazy. I started the school semester, I changed jobs, and then I got sick twice during the school semester. Still recovering from the last time I got sick. Not sick anymore, just haven't completely gotten rid of the cough yet. But I got the flu in the second week of the semester, and then the second to last week before spring break, I got sick again with an unknown sickness. They couldn't figure out what it was when they tested it. And, I was starting to recover from the cough, and then we get a dust storm here in the smack dab middle of central, western, upper, smack dab middle of nowhere, Texas. And the dust storm might not be visible anymore, but it has not gone away. I can still taste it. So, yeah. I plan to try and get a couple videos recorded over spring break. No promises that I'll be able to get back on the schedule with school and everything during this semester. But I'm going to try. It might take me longer than I wanted to, and I might not be able to get as much done as I hoped, though, with the cough not going away. But we'll see. I'm going to try. I wanted to at least get something out. And since tomorrow's Saturday, and I happened to end up getting today off as a surprise, so yeah. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble again. I was trying to make this little outro just a short little editorial note. So, I hope that you all have had a wonderful start of the year and that your school semesters are going well. I hope everyone enjoys their spring break and gets some good rest and recuperation before going back for the next school semester and or work or whatever else. Love you all, my lovelies.